tones are off.
Okay, good morning, millionaires. Good morning, millionaires. I hope you feel insanely good this beautiful Wednesday morning. My name is Haziq Ali. I'm a revenue acceleration expert, starting with my own. Normally, I say self esteem development fanatic, start with my own. But I'm going to tell you, I am in love with growing businesses. I am in love with growing my own business. I'm just fascinated with the different levers and the switches and the knobs that you can turn and twist and flip. And it just feels really, really good to be an entrepreneur. What a time to be alive, right? I hope that you feel strong this morning. This weekend's Kaizen Academy is all about train the trainer. And so, to that end, the whole week we've been giving it to you. Monday is all about mindset. Tuesdays is all about sales tips. Wednesdays is all about marketing. Every single Wednesday, we give you marketing tips. Thursday, we go into leadership. And then every single Friday, y'all, is free coaching Friday. So I want you to turn on your notifications, kind of like get into a place where you make this a part of your daily routine, not just the learning part, but the affirmations that we do afterwards. You cannot gain a new technique every single day, Monday through Friday, and not have a vastly different income this time next year. It's impossible. If you pick up just one technique a week, then that's 52 new techniques. That's 52 new mindsets, 52 new perspectives. And that's if you only tune in once a week. If you mess around and tune in 3 times a week or 4 times a week, or oh my goodness, don't be here every single day. Before you know it, your life begins to explode. A lot of people say, how come your affirmations seem to work so much better than my affirmations? Well, humbly speaking, maybe I'm more religious with it. How you going to get to heaven if you ain't religious with it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm there every single day. You got to ask yourself, what are you doing every single day that can change your life? Sometimes we forget that success is made up of your daily routine. Success or failure is created by your daily routine. If you want to change your life, all you have to do is change something that you do daily. Am I making sense? So since this morning we're talking about this whole idea of speaking, right? Being a better speaker, I believe that you're going to enjoy this morning's training. But before we get into it, let's talk a little bit about you. What city are you calling in from? What kind of business do you have? You know, this is like free promotion for you. So let's get it. Let's get it. It's check-in time, baby. Also, make sure you get this joint a like if you didn't yet. Can I get some hearts? Can I get some shares? Stuff like that. My mentor told me that I don't ask for that stuff nearly enough. So please give stuff. And here's the gift for you when you do that. The social media algorithm, whichever one you're watching us on, maybe you're watching us on LinkedIn, maybe it's YouTube, maybe it's Facebook. But what will happen when you like content like this is it'll start showing you more content like this. So make sure you like this thing. Appreciate the like. Appreciate the likes, y'all. Thank you very much. Samaya, good morning, Queen. Dr. Marilyn, all you have to do, and today is the last day, it's only $20. It's $19 today. This is the last day. So all you do is inbox me or go to your newsletter from this past week and you'll see it. Yuli made it in this morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, let's go, family. Naire made it in. Okay, Nikki C. Okay. K Nicole is in the house. And this weekend's Kaizen Academy, everybody, is called Train the Trainer. Yeah, Hakeem. Glad you made it in. All right, Texas Obsidian Exterior Services is in the house. So what's that? Pressure washing? Let us know, man. We need stuff to take care of our homes. My man Mark Arnold made it in this morning. Taisha, what's up, Queen? Sade is in the house. Let's go. Let's go. All right, y'all. So there are two main challenges. I got 5 minutes after, so it's time to get started. Welcome to everybody else that I didn't get a chance to greet. Check it out. There are two main challenges for any speaker. I don't care if you're a keynote speaker. I don't care if you some trainer. I don't care if you're somebody who's just, if you're promoting products, if you're promoting services, if you're promoting from webinar or on stage, you got two main challenges. One is getting the audience, and two is gaining the trust of your audience. Does that make sense, Tish? One is getting an audience, and the second one is gaining the trust of your audience. Yeah, Damon. It's called speaker marketing. And you got to put you got to put in a lot of work if you're going to market yourself. But there are also some hacks you can use. There are some secrets that will increase your exposure and that have to lead to more work. So what we're going to do in this training this morning is we're going to outline these different ways to get your name out there. This is going to outline different ways to get more clients, get more speaking opportunities. As a matter of fact, if you join the Kaizen Academy, we have a list of over 75 places that you can go to speak, 75 different places that you may want to look into for speaking engagements. But that's if you join the Kaizen Academy, which you're definitely welcome to do. This weekend's training is called Train the Trainer. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, here's tip number one. Here's the first simple way to market yourself. Identify a niche. You have to understand that everybody has interests. Everybody has different passions. Everybody has different areas of expertise. So your first step is to pick a market that'll benefit from what you have to say. Does that make sense? Well, that's your first part. Your first step is to pick a market that you know will benefit. Focusing on a niche is going to narrow your market, but it'll also target specific groups who share a certain interest, right? This is way more effective than trying to open yourself up to the whole world. If you're trying to talk to everybody, you're speaking to no one. Here's a bunch of other things to think about. There's less competition. You're going to be speaking about things that are more in your knowledge base. So now you ain't got to be up there reading from notes. It's going to be more fun talking about stuff you're interested in. Plus, you'll become an authority in that field. And when you're choosing a niche, you need to ask yourself, who wants to hear my message? Who's going to benefit the most from my message? And the answers to these questions is what makes it easier to identify the right people to contact. Does that make sense, everybody? Here's the second one I got for you. Build a website and make sure the website has a blog. You can't have a successful business without a website these days, right? And it's not as hard as you think. In most cases, you can have a website up and running in a few minutes. I got a bunch of people that'll put together a website for you. If that's what you need, I'm here for you. It should be full of information about who you are, what you do. It creates a real good first impression. It makes you look professional, but your website should be dynamic. It should show signs that your business is alive. Your business is kicking. On our website, I used to do this thing where if you use a certain hashtag, we are millionaire minded, your Instagram post all of a sudden showed up on the website. Why? Because that makes it look alive. That makes it look dynamic. But one of the best ways to do it is to add a blog. Blogs have a lot of advantages, but what blogs do is make it easier to show your personality. It makes it easier to inform the audience that you serve. It makes it easier to build authority. It makes it easier to stand out from the crowd. And a lot of the pages on your website are going to have practical information, but blogs update people with events. Blogs update people with industry trends. Blogs make it so that you can announce new products you have, new services you have. And a lot of people might reach out to you asking the same questions over and over again. Now you're wasting a bunch of time answering it, but you can save time with a nice FAQ section on your blog. You know what I'm saying? Now you're able to send links to the blog when people ask the same old questions. But that ain't even the biggest advantage, right? Most of the time, people will search online for answers to their questions. So if you create a blog properly, then you're going to start to appear in people's online searches. What does this mean? This means now people can find your website organically while they're looking for answers. Imagine if you had a blog, Damon, all about financial literacy. Imagine if you had a speaking practice that was all about financial literacy using biblical principles, for instance. These are the kinds of things you can do when you expand your mind to match the goals. Here's another thing that I want you to consider, right? I want you to consider enabling the comments on the blog. Enabling the comments on the blog. Why? Because now they can ask you questions. One of my favorite things is going through that YouTube and answering people's questions. Sometimes people are asking me about the next Kaizen Academy class. Sometimes people are asking me about whatever that topic was today. But when you engage with your audience, you build trust. You build trust in yourself. You build trust in your brand. And in the comments section, you can direct people to different pages on your website. Now you're providing them with relevant information as well. And this is a beautiful thing because what happens is now you're showing you're knowledgeable in your industry. Now you're building trust with everybody. It increases your authority. It increases your reach on the search engines. I don't know if y'all know this, but every website is given a score concerning their authority over a certain niche, over a certain domain, how helpful they are, how informative they are. And the higher what they call the domain authority, the easier it is for your content to step up in these online niches. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Here's the third one I got for you. You ready? Somebody give me a number 3 and a share if you're still with me. I ain't losing y'all, right? Good, Willette. I help seniors heal. I love that. Yeah, Pastor Dandridge. Yeah, a blog. A blog. I think it'll do you good. Here's the third one I got for you. Don't look away now, Pastor. You about to love this. Write a book. Number 3 is write a book. Some of you know, some of you don't. I just now put out my own book. I'll be putting out the physical copy soon. We're going to have a big book release party. But check it out. Write a book. One of the best ways to show the world you're an authority on a certain subject is to write a book. You can use a book to promote yourself as a speaker. You can use a book where you sell it. You can give it away, free downloads to get people on your mailing list, or you can sell it and make money from it. But the bottom line is the first 7 letters of the word authority is author. The first 6 letters of the word authority is author. So I suggest you write a book. And you don't need to find a publisher. You can do it on Amazon Kindle, CreateSpace, iBooks. You can go to BooksBaby, not BooksBaby, BookBaby, right? All of these can get your book out there without going through traditional publishing houses. And it's real simple. You write the book, you decide which publishing platform to use, you get it edited, you get the cover design, you upload and click publish. It's just that easy. You need to realize that you're responsible for absolutely everything when you publish the book. But the good news is you get absolutely everything from the royalties. Only thing that's going to get taken away is your distribution costs. And many times that is little to nothing. So that's number 3, write a book. Here's number 4. Build your marketing email list. Build your marketing email list. Let's go. Let's go. Appreciate that, Tish. Appreciate that, Tish. The audio and the ebook is amazing too. If you want the book, then make sure you go to hazikali.com. hazikali.com. All right, here's number 4. Build your marketing email list. An email mailing list is a list of emails that are gathered from people that have visited your website or visited, or maybe it's a list of your previous customers. Once you have an email list, you can send updates. You can send information. You can send promotions. You can send other details about your business to people directly. The people in your email list have opted in to receive these updates. Therefore, guess what? That's a clue. They're interested in your work. They're more likely to convert into paying clients. And I don't know who I need, who I'm talking to. I don't know who needs to hear this, but an email is 40 times more effective at getting new customers than just social media by itself. So there's a bunch of techniques you can use to build an email list, but an effective method is to create calls to action. Every single day, like right there, scrolling at the bottom, you see this call to action where it's like, yo, join the email list, get the newsletter that comes out every week. Click here to download your free ebook. That's a call to action. This incentivizes people to give you their email address, but the incentive needs to be helpful or it's going to come across as gimmicky. It's going to come across as useless. You can also do a pop-up form. Some people think those are irritating. I don't. I think it's an excellent way of building your list because if they spend a certain amount of time on your website or they perform a specific action, then yeah, you need that email. They're showing you that they're kind of interested in what it is you do, baby. What else I will say is that an email list is a license to print money, y'all. An email list is a license to print money. You got to think about it. If you have an email list with 1,000 people on there and you say you're running a special where you're going to do graphic design over the weekend, but they have to pay the $10 now and all of them do, that's $10,000 you just made. You got what I'm saying? A list is a license to print money. Somebody give me that in the comments. I want to make sure you lock that in your head. An email list is a license to print money legally. It's a legal license to print money. All right, here's number 5. Appearing on podcasts as a guest. This is a brilliant way of reaching your target audience. This is a brilliant way of growing your market. You'll need to get on podcasts that are relevant to your niche because those are the people that will be interested in what you have to say. And there's 2 ways you can be a guest. The first one is to simply wait to be contacted by the people running a podcast. Problem with this is it might never happen or it might take a long time depending on how big you are. The second way, though, is to reach out and promote yourself as a potential guest. way more effective. If you reach out to enough podcasts, you can appear on multiple podcasts every single month. I've got a buddy that has a technology that'll help you reach out to all of the podcasts. I'm about to use it myself. And so if anybody's down for that, just reach out to me and I will connect you with the software that will allow you to reach out to all the different podcasts in any niche you can think of. If you want to know who your perfect customer is so that you know what podcast to be on, think about how they would describe themselves. Think about how you would describe them. This will give you a good idea. You can also, if you don't want to use my friend, you can search iTunes for specific keywords. You can browse Apple's iTunes podcast directory. You can search Google for relevant podcasts. You can browse all kinds of online podcast directories. These methods are going to make it so you start to learn about all these different podcasts. And I say start with a list of 10 of them that you're going to pitch to. Next thing you do is contact the host of the podcast, introduce yourself. You may want to send an EPK. If you need an EPK, reach out to me. And I'll make sure I plug you in with somebody that can help you create a dope EPK. The key is to start with smaller podcasts that are likely to say yes. Yeah, they may not have 1 million downloads, but they may have 1,000. And guess what? Because they're smaller, those 1,000 are probably a lot more engaged. And every time you appear on a podcast, you leverage that smaller one to move up to one with a bigger audience. Over time, especially if you got a good message, especially since you have a good message, you're speaking on the biggest podcast before you know it. Here's number 6. Here's number 6, y'all. Get media coverage. This is the 6th one I got for you. The exposure you can get from places like newspapers and authority websites is huge. It's massive. And then it's going to bring a lot of traffic to your website. It's going to get you a lot of speaking gigs. In addition to this, it can lead you to more media coverage, which in turn is going to give you even more exposure. You need to connect with journalists that are writing about the topics in your niche. Somebody type this in the comments, HARO, help a reporter out. HARO, HARO, help a reporter out. When you get listed on help a reporter out, you're all of a sudden one of the sources that they call on when they need a source for an article in that niche. Journalists love it when they can reference an expert that's whose expertise is on what they're writing about, right? Now it gives their article more clout. Now their article is more convincing. So sign up for HARO, help a reporter out, and you'll start receiving emails twice a day with a list of subjects that journalists need help with. By providing the journalists with relevant information, they'll reference you. They'll place a link to your website. Remember number 1? Or what was that, number 2? They'll place a link to your website, which is also good for your SEO. That's exactly right, Tish. I hope you're getting something out of this, Queen. Number 7 is advertise yourself. You probably have an idea of the customers you want to work with, but how do you connect with the right ones? You can do targeted ads through Facebook, through Google, through Instagram, right? You want to think about geographic location, demographics. You want to think about the niche you want to be in. You want to think about your browsing activity. All these elements are going to focus your advertisements on your ideal clients. Next, you may want to analyze the competition, right? When you look at their marketing strategies, when you look at their customers, you'll be able to find your own customers to target. You'll be able to find your own marketing ideas, right? Your unique selling point might be exactly what they're looking for. And then you just want to reach out, man. I get it. Cold calling people and all that, that might seem like a real long-winded way for you to gain clients, but it's worth doing if you're connecting with the right ones. Of course, face-to-face meetings are going to be more powerful. You guys have seen my trainings on the 6 levels of communication. We know inboxes and text messages is the lowest level. They can't feel your tonality, see your body language, none of that. We know the highest level is meeting up and breaking bread, eating food with the person. But here's what I know. Face-to-face meetings, even if you don't eat, even if it's just Starbucks, are always going to be more effective than an email. People are way more likely to say yes to your face and way more likely to say no to an email. I hope I'm making sense to somebody out there. Here's number 8. Build a social media presence. You knew that was coming. Build a right? It brings your services to the marketplace, right? It reinforces the relationships you have with existing clients, existing prospects. Engage them. Stories are for people you already have. Your actual posts are what help grow your page. When it comes to building this social media presence, choose the platforms that'll suit your brand instead of being on all of them. Your audience is way more likely to be on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram than TikTok, maybe. Or maybe they're more likely to be on TikTok and Snapchat than Twitter, maybe. But you need to figure that out. And for my money, it's probably going to be the LinkedIns and the Facebooks for the types of professionals that tune in to Good Morning Millionaire. And if social media ain't your strong point, then get you a social media specialist. Get somebody to manage it for you. You're going to be all right. Here's number 9. Connect with influencers. Once you set up the social media, you might want to connect with different influencer marketing is the hugest thing out right now. Obviously the biggest place for that is Instagram. And what you're doing is associating yourself with other people that got popular pages. Next thing you know, y'all are tapping in with each other. Next thing you know, y'all are doing interviews live on Instagram. They get the gain from your audience. You get the gain from theirs. But when using an influencer, what you want to remind yourself of is that it's very important that their endorsement is genuine and sincere. If it comes across as fake or just something they're doing for the check, it might even hurt you. Much less will it not help. It might even hurt you, right? Also, you want to make sure you're choosing influencers that are relevant to your niche, right? You want them to have credibility. Yeah, you want to have an element of attractiveness, right? Life is shallow, but you also want them to have the ability to influence. Just because they're popular don't mean they're influential. So do your homework. And once you found one that you want to work with, rap to them by email or rap to them by direct message. It may take a while to reach them if they have a big following, but you'll be all right. And then here's number 10. Write guest articles. Write guest articles. Just like we talked about being on people's podcasts or being in people's media. We talked about Heyro and all of that. If you do guest blogs, if you do guest articles, you'll increase your reach. And I mean on a massive level, but you got to do it in the right way, right? A lot of people spend time doing this, but they don't get the benefits. Here's the first thing for you to remember when you're approaching them. The stuff that you write needs to be relevant to their brand. These websites don't have to operate exactly in your niche, but they do need to be related to your niche. Come on. It's essential to make sure that they have readers that are similar to yours. And you're going to have to put in some groundwork. It's real hard for them to find you, especially when you're just now getting started out. But it is essential that you find them. I don't have to tell the entrepreneurs that tune in this, but be prepared for a lot of rejections, right? The big name websites are probably going to have a lot of traffic you can tap into, but they're also going to be a lot harder to reach. If there's a lot of interaction and you see they're popular, be ready for a little rejection. Be ready for a little bit of them pushing you off for a while. You might not be able to rap to them immediately, but it's okay. All I know, and what I want you to leave here with number 10, is that writing these guest blogs, writing these articles is inexpensive, but make sure that you take advantage of leveraging your personality, leveraging some of your best content. Start with that attention-grabbing introduction. That way you have a better chance of people actually reading it, and attach links. So those were the 10. I hope you got all of that. I'll recap them for you real quick, but start calling in right now on the affirmation line. Start calling in right now on the affirmation line. Let's go. Let's go. Everybody that did not take notes, so you didn't tune in from the beginning, it's all good. The first one was identify a niche. The second one was make sure you build a website out. The third one was write a book. Number 4, we told you to make sure that you build your email marketing list. Number 5 was all about you finally putting yourself out there on podcasts, making sure that you're a guest on different podcasts. Number 6 is making sure you get media coverage. Number 7 is advertise yourself. Number 8 is build that social media vibe up. Number 9 is connect with the influencers. And number 10 is write guest articles. It's affirmation time, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this Marketing Wins Wednesday. Every Wednesday, it's all about marketing, everybody. Every Monday is mindset. Tuesday is sales. Wednesday is marketing. Thursdays is leadership. And Fridays is Free Coaching Friday. My name is Haziq Ali. I'm the CMO of an Inc. 5000 fastest growing company in America, about 3 years in a row, and we just getting started. If there's any way I can help you, I'm here for you. One of the best ways that I can help you is through our academy. So if you have not joined the Kaizen Academy yet, this weekend might be a good time to try it out. We're doing something called Train the Trainer. If you want more information about it, then I'm here for you. Glad you made it in. Glad you made it in, King. If there's any way I can help you, then I'm here for you. Reach out to me and I'll get you the link to this weekend's class. It's only $19. Today is the last day. It's only $19. All right, y'all. Repeat after me. Say the affirmation like you mean it. Put emotion